Ooh. Hey, my name is George. I've been a flight attendant for almost 3 years now, and people online they hit me up, and people talk to in passing who are passengers on a plane. They who are interested in going into the business. They're like, hey, listen, want to like obviously get into the business. Can you tell me some insight, like what's it like? What do I need to do? Blah blah blah. So I said, you know what? Let me use some of my free time and try to like see if I can document this and kind of create like almost like a series of videos as to obviously my path from the very beginnings as to kind of where I'm at now. So it's gonna obviously take some time. So I said to myself, let's start at the very beginning, the fundamentals, and that's what this video is gonna be. Really getting to the core. That big question: why do you want to become a flight attendant? That's really the question, honestly, that you have to ask yourself and really kind of come up with your answer, your truth, pretty much. No two people are going to be alike in terms of the answer because we obviously have different priorities. Different priorities, and we're in different places in our lives. So, once you answer that question, you're really going to decide. That's going to really kind of be the turning point whether you decide if this is something you want to do for sure. I'm not gonna tell you why I became a flight attendant, although because even if I did, it's not gonna resonate with you only because you and I are not the same people. And if you try to use my answer, then obviously that's not your truth. So therefore, it's gonna be almost like rehearsed. So that's gonna be almost like homework for you. You figure out why you want to become a flight attendant, and then the pieces will land together. The reasons I will tell you that the reason you shouldn't become a flight attendant is the first thing that comes out of your mouth to a potential recruiter is, oh my God, I want to become a flight attendant because I want to travel. No, that is not the reason why you want to become a flight attendant. It is a perk of the job, but not the reason why you want to become a flight attendant. So I guess the homework would be research what flight attendants do. Kind of get there's videos on different airlines, obviously, in a recruitment pages have a flight attendant recruitment page, and there's videos like life of a flight attendant, and it kind of shows you like what it feels like to be on reserve, like to be sitting on airport standby, to be flying, what you'll be doing once you fly, where you'll be flying to. Every airline is different. So, and yeah, once you can answer that fundamental question, it's really going to really allow you to kind of like find your groove and also the airline you want to work for. And the reason I say that is because the airline you work for is going to determine what kind of a flight attendant you become, or you will be, if you will. Excuse me. If you choose to work for an ultra low cost carrier, then obviously your flight attendant experience will be completely different than as if you were to work for a legacy or a flag carrier, which is a full service airline. Those two airline models are completely different, and the service levels and the expectations are different, even though the fundamentals are the same. Or if you want to work for like a long haul, long distance carrier where you want to just constantly fly, international, your experience will be different. So almost like your mileage will vary, if you will. It's like I forget where I got that from. There's like a background. Anyway, so really, as long as you can answer that fundamental question, it's gonna kind of point you in the right direction. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess the other takeaway is don't pursue. I guess the other thing would be don't pursue being a flight attendant for the wrong reasons. So, and again, the whole like I want to travel is not the reason to do it. Because it is a safety job with a big piece of service. Because obviously you want to as a flight attendant, you are the person, the frontline person that spends the most time with passengers on the travel journey. So obviously, airlines want to make sure that you are going to be that person that's going to get customer from point A to point B as safely and comfortably as possible, and with the hopes that we will see them again. So keep that in mind. But anyway, so yeah, it's a great video. That's really the fundamental question is ask yourself the why and find your answer, your truth. Once you do that, you'll start seeing things kind of fall into place. In that way, it'll take you to the next step as do you have what it takes? But that's a whole other video. I'm not gonna go into it. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, quick video, introduction. Thought to do today because obviously I had a very short day. I only had one flight as opposed to 3 today. This is again the day where a time where delays work in my favor, where I got removed from my last 2 flights because they would be delayed, and they would put me over my legalities for 6 consecutive days. So I am totally okay with that. I am getting paid to sit here, so I am not about that. I just feel bad for my girl Anna, who still has to work the flights. So anyway, until next time, my name is George. Like I said, I'm a flight attendant, and small disclaimer, and I will put that moving forward. The opinions that I offer or that I express in these videos are of my own. They do not reflect the opinions or beliefs of my employer. My employer does not sponsor this, does not endorse it, does not condone anything, blah, blah, blah. It's just me, obviously, telling you about my experience as a person, not as a representative of my employer. So anyway, threw that legal thing out there just to be on the safe side. And I will come up with a name for these shenanigans later. But until next time, fly safe, and maybe I'll see you very soon. Bye.